There are some flashing images in this video.
The year is November 2013 and Nintendo just got finished with Super Mario 3D World. It just releases for Nintendo Wii U. The game comes out and people think, yeah, that's pretty good. I really enjoyed that game, but it wasn't really what I expected from a brand new Mario game on the Wii U. We wanted a big HD sandbox 3D Mario game. Where is it? And Nintendo privately, not even publicly, responds and starts working straight away on Super Mario Odyssey. Yes, this game, Super Mario Odyssey, started its development in late 2013, pretty much as soon as 3D World came out. Nintendo saw the criticisms of 3D World and started straight ahead on something new. Yeah, I didn't know this until I did the research for this video, but yeah, that's true. Nintendo literally just went, okay, people want 3D sandbox, let's get cracking. Releasing in 2017, this is Nintendo's answer. Super Mario Odyssey. The first sandbox open-style Mario game since Mario Sunshine on the GameCube back in 2001. This game was a big deal, and rightly so. This is the first time we've ever had a 3D sandbox Mario game in HD, and it was the first one since 2001. People were dying for this, and I was one of them. Yes, I was one of those people that stayed up till 3 in the morning, because that's what it was UK time, for that Nintendo Switch presentation that was basically, we have Splatoon, ARMS, and Breath of the Wild, and we're going to have about an hour and a half of people talking from companies. And one of those companies was EA, and EA was like, we like the Switch, we're going to make games for it. And they did. And, moving back to Mario though, I personally believe that the Mario Odyssey trailer was probably one of the greatest trailers I've ever seen for a video game ever. To be fair, the Breath of the Wild one was pretty good, and so was the Splatoon one. The trailers were great that night. But the Odyssey one was really good. Like, it made Mario seem like it was a GTA style game, and people sort of memed that in the time it came out. Yeah, it was a really good trailer showing off the sandbox style Marios. It was something that we hadn't really seen before, and it was great that the trailer showed off New Donk City, an entirely new area that is completely foreign to Mario. This is something we've never seen in Mario games. We've never seen humans in Mario games. Mario isn't a human. I don't know what's going on. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. But that's a tiny nitpick that I'll get into at the end of the game. But what is Mario? He's not a human. Overall, everyone's expectations were completely shattered that night. Everyone was amazed. Mario Odyssey looked beautiful and amazing, and everybody wanted to play it. And people thought, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm going to buy a Switch for that. Nintendo needed to do no more marketing. Didn't need to sell anybody on the game. But then E3 rolls around, and we get a trailer that looks like it's for Monster Hunter, or Dragon Quest, or literally anything, and it surprises us with Mario with the brand new capturing mechanic, which confuses a lot of people and adds in a lot of weird questions like, what is Mario doing? You know, is he possessing people? Are we going down that route? What is going on here? But ultimately, it was even better. How they managed to do it, I don't know. They managed to make a better trailer than the one they showed off in the Switch presentation. And that was greatly helped by the Jump Up Superstar song. The lyrics to that, it was a Mario song with lyrics. It was something that we'd never seen before. And it showed off New Donk at night, and it was just a great way to end off E3. And now, in its defense, that E3, on paper, probably wasn't the greatest because of pure announcements. I believe Rocket League was announced there, and a couple of other games were announced there too. But it wasn't great in terms of Nintendo announcements. A lot of Nintendo's announcements were made earlier in the year. I believe the big Nintendo announcement that was new was Mario and Rabbids, and that was a Ubisoft game, so it had nothing to do with Nintendo apart from them giving the license to make it Mario and have it be exclusive for Switch. So yeah, I feel like this was a big part of E3 2017 for me. I really did like it, and I think it was my highlight in all fairness. I really did like this game. I really liked how it was at E3, and it seemed really good. And similar to 2016, the previous year, similar to Breath of the Wild, they completely changed their floor for E3. They completely changed it to New Donk City, and it was great. I personally love that Nintendo does this. I like that they do it with Breath of the Wild. That was such a good idea. They've done it with New Donk City. They did it for Smash Bros. And they actually recently did it for Animal Crossing New Horizons, I believe at PAX. I don't know, I just really like this. It probably costs Nintendo loads to do, and I don't know if it's profitable. It must be, but I guess it must take a lot of money to make this sort of thing, because all the props have to be made, all the scenery has to be made. But it's really cool Nintendo does this regardless. I really like that Nintendo does this. I like their little presentations they have on the show floor. And the playable demo was also available for Mario Odyssey 2. Everyone was able to play in New Donk City for the very first time, and I think New Donk City was the thing that they're really trying to push Mario Odyssey. New Donk City is also heavily referenced in the poster for the game and the cover art. That's like right in front and centre, so I feel like they really wanted to push New Donk City, and I believe it's probably the best kingdom in the game. And this might sound weird, but I was really hyped up for this game because I watched a lot of C&D at the time. If you guys remember C&D, he was a big part of the Nintendo community. He waited outside in line for Mario Odyssey and daily uploads, waiting outside the New York shop in New York, the Nintendo New York shop. And it was such a good experience, such a way to build hype, a daily upload, knowing that a new upload was coming where they'd be waiting outside and the fans would meet him. And it was just a great way just to get excited for the game. I wish C&D did this now. I mean, I'm going to put a link in the comment section and the description about this whole playlist that he did. Yeah, I really wish C&D would do this more. Like, it was such good. Like, he did it for the Switch. I believe he did it for Mario Kart. Like, imagine if he did that for Pokemon or Animal Crossing or something like that. That would be so good, and I think it would really bring back some of the community that's been lost over the past couple of years. I mean, I do Nintendo stuff on YouTube, but I'd never have the budget or the funds or the capability to do anything like that. It was really great that C&D did that, and I know it doesn't really add much to the game itself, but I thought I'd let you know, I thought I'd put it in my review because it was a big part of the build-up and hype towards Super Mario Odyssey. Likewise, if you remember my old account, I did Mario Month. I did a Mario game every single day as a Let's Play on the build-up to Super Mario Odyssey's release. I even recorded a vlog and an unboxing all about Super Mario Odyssey the day it came out, and it was a really good experience. It was a really exciting Switch game that I was really hyped up for. There are also 3 Super Mario Odyssey amiibos revealed and released. These were really cool. It was Mario, Bowser and Peach all in their sort of wedding outfits. It was very cool to see this because we don't really get anything like this. We never seen Mario, Peach or Bowser in any of these costumes before. But what was also cool about this was the detail on the hats. That was really amazing. And was also even better was the like pearl coating they had. It had like a weird pink shiny coating on them. They were very cool. Probably one of the greatest amiibos I think out there. I mean, apart from the Yoshi, the yarn Yoshis, these were probably the best amiibos that you can get, I think. I really like these amiibos. As for actual content, they tell you where a moon is and they give you 100 coins. Not great. I feel like they also give you the outfit early if you haven't got it, but the outfits that the amiibos get you, you can get any point in the game. Kind of wish they'd done a little bit more with the amiibos, honestly. You know, like Splatoon 1. Give you the costume, give an exclusive costume, something like that. You know, give us an exclusive mini game or an exclusive boss fight or something different. I mean, it was nice. The actual figures were really well made, but yeah, in total and in everything, in the end, they didn't really do a lot in game. Again, I still stand by amiibos are probably the best in Super Smash Bros. They just work the best. They probably do the most in Super Smash Bros. You can train them up, you can level them up. It's where they do the most, and that's, you know, that's where I use my Mario amiibos because that's where they get used. I mean, both of my Peach and Mario amiibos have Smash Bros. Data on them. I don't think you can save data from it from Mario Odyssey, but yeah, everything to do with my Mario Odyssey amiibos is all completely to do with Smash. But that stands for a lot of my amiibos. I don't think any of the other ones have any sort of save data on them. So yeah, I pretty much use Smash exclusively for either Mario Maker on Wii U or Smash Bros. Either on Wii U and Switch. Moving on to gameplay, this time it was kind of different. They set out Mario's 3D style a little bit differently. Now, what you have to do in Mario Odyssey, you have to go around different kingdoms, this being, I believe, 17 different kingdoms, and you have to collect a certain amount of moons each time. Once you collect a certain amount of moons, you can then move on to the next kingdom. However, these moons can be found from just jumping on the ground, or doing a certain mini-game, or defeating a boss, and mini-games aren't like stars in other Mario games. For example, if you wanted a star in Super Mario 64, you'd have to play for about 10 minutes or so and complete that level. Moons are kind of more found similar to coins, and they're found pretty much scattered everywhere. Some kingdoms can have over 100 moons, and it can be a real track to sort of track all of these down. Kind of a little bit like the Jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie. It's kind of similar to that. I personally really like the moons, but some people prefer the stars in Mario Galaxy or Mario 64 or Sunshine because it was a little bit more structured and not as constant pausing to get these moons, but I personally really enjoyed them. Mario controls amazingly. The controls are probably the best controls I've ever seen in the video game. Mario controls exactly how I'd expect him to control, and he controls dead on to the controller pretty much always. But this time Mario's got a little bit more parkour on him, and he can do a lot of jumps and flips and backflips and throwing the cap. It's really different. We haven't really seen Mario do this before. I mean, in Sunshine and Galaxy and 64, he would, you know, throw himself about and do wall jumps and jump about, but Now he's, throwing his hat and jumping on top of the hat and dive jumping, and you can get to pretty much any area you want. For example, with this new feature in New Donk City, you can move across the entire building just by jumping once. It's very, very cool that they did this. I really, really like it. I don't know if this is going to go into future Mario games, because the Mario Odyssey hat throwing concept does seem very Mario Odyssey, but I feel like if they did Mario Odyssey 2, similar to Mario Galaxy 2, I feel like they should bring that feature back. Personally, I found it very, very satisfying to do the jump, like the ground pound and then press Y, where Mario dives straight forward. That was really, really cool in my opinion, that Mario was able to do that and jump straight forward, and you could jump over buildings, and you could also roll, similar to Sonic, which was amazing and very, very weird, but he did it. And I don't understand why he does it, but you can do it to sort of get across the giant maps in record-breaking speed. It's really, really fun to do this with Mario, and it's something I didn't expect him to do when the game launched. There's also the long jump, which is really, really fun, which I love doing because Mario always screams every time you do it. It is amazing, and it's very, very cute if you haven't seen it before. It is really, really good, and I just love how Mario controls in this game. If you're worried about controls or camera angles or anything like that, trust me, Nintendo have figured everything out, and it is perfectly fine. As I said earlier, the game features 17 different kingdoms, and the first kingdom is the Cap Kingdom. This sort of acts as a tutorial within the game and teaches you the jumping and the collecting coins and collecting moves. It gives you a boss fight very early in. You can get through this in around a minute or so if you know where you're going. It's a very, very short kingdom, but it acts as a tutorial. I'd say this kingdom is about the size of the open world areas you built with Mario 64, where all the grass and the trees are. It's around that size, and it's around that size for a reason. It's to show you how to basically just play the game, how to enjoy it. The game then boots up, and we are then greeted to the Cascade Kingdom, this like jungle-like kingdom with a massive dinosaur in it, and waterfalls, and it's a very, very beautiful kingdom. Again, it's kind of a medium-sized kingdom. It's not that big, but it's still, pretty decent size, and it's a lot of fun. We are also introduced to the 2D segment in this game as well, because the 2D side of Mario is also heavily used within this kingdom as well, and it is used throughout the game. There's 2D and 3D Mario segments. 3D is a bigger part of Mario Odyssey, but yeah, the 2D is used quite often too. But yeah, this kingdom's pretty good. It has another boss fight, and it will take us then to the Sand Kingdom. The Sand Kingdom is the biggest kingdom within the entire game. It is a massive red sand open world, massive platforming fun and greatness. You go into a massive pyramid and you take on a massive boss fight, and it is very, very fun, collecting a lot of moons. I really, really like this kingdom, and it's very, very fun. I believe this time you get the sailor cap around that time too. Lots of 2D segments, lots of 3D segments, but a really, really fun kingdom to this sort of teaches you how you can transform into enemies, with the bullet bills actually being used as a way to platform through stages. It's very, very interesting, very, very cool how they did that. I really enjoyed that too. Next, moving on to the Lake Kingdom. Now, Lake Kingdom is pretty much the air quotations water level within Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it's my least favorite kingdom. I didn't like this one. It was my least favorite one. You go round as a fish, which is very, very cool. We haven't seen that before in a Mario game, which is very, very good. We can transform into a fish, which means we won't lose oxygen. You lose oxygen playing as Mario, similar to how Sonic would in the 2D Sonic games. So yeah, you're probably going to want to play as a fish for this one. But yeah, a very, very cool kingdom nonetheless. It has another boss fight, and yeah, it's alright. It's my least favourite kingdom. I don't like water physics in games, and yeah, I've got to say, even when I'm playing any Mario game, the water level's also my least favourite. But, it's a good kingdom. I don't hate it. It's just my least favourite out of the bunch. Moving on to the Wooded Kingdom. It's a very, very good kingdom. I really do like this one. It's all, like, metal and wooden, and there's trees everywhere, and there's, like, a big metal red construction building here. And it's a very, very interesting kingdom, because you look at something like the Lake Kingdom, you look at something kind of like, the Sand Kingdom to an extent, and you sort of expect that from a Mario game. You would not expect the Wooded Kingdom from a Mario game at all, and it is a very, very fun kingdom. I love the music in this kingdom. It is very, very good. I really do like this one. It is one of the larger kingdoms, and because of that, you can get lost very, very easily. I streamed Mario Odyssey all in one go on stream once, and I got stuck in this kingdom for a very, very long time. But yes, it is very, very cool. I really do like the leaves in this kingdom. It's going to sound really, really specific, but I really like the leaves in this kingdom because they look very, very beautiful. Nintendo really know how to push the graphics of their system. Other developers might not know how to get the best graphics out of the Switch, but Nintendo really does. And the graphics in Mario Odyssey do look great, and this is a great example of it too. Cloud Kingdom is a very, very small kingdom, and it is used as a way to fight Bowser about halfway through the game. It's interesting, we get to see Bowser, it's fun, but there's no real incentive to be here very often. It's just to sort of progress with the story, and I'm sort of glad it's here. It's a nice little way to interact with Bowser, but apart from that, it's not really that memorable. Next up is the Lost Kingdom, and I don't know why, but this kingdom reminds me of Play-Doh. Sounds weird, but it reminds me of Play-Doh. This kingdom's kind of short, and in this kingdom, Cappy, your main companion that you can throw about and possess things and people with, has got stolen by a bird, and you rescue him, and then you go to the next kingdom. That's pretty much what this kingdom is. Oh! The next kingdom is probably the best kingdom in the entire game. The next kingdom is the Metro Kingdom. This kingdom is very, very good. It's probably my favourite in the entire game. You start this kingdom by, of course, collecting moons as you would in any other kingdom, but this time you can race against a T-Rex on a motorbike. You can help Pauline. Yes, Pauline from the original Donkey Kong. And you can assemble a band, and she's the mayor of New Donk City, and you can help her out, and there's a big musical segment with a Donkey Kong segment. It is insane that they did this, and I guess it's kind of now been revealed that Donkey Kong is set in the New Donk City universe, which is kind of in the Mario universe, which is weird, but there you go. Yeah, really, really good kingdom. I really like the design of this one. Probably one of the bigger kingdoms as well. Really, really love this one. It was the kingdom that Nintendo was really pushing. They did it at E3, they did it in the cover art. It was probably the best kingdom within the game. And I think that's where a lot of people say the game peaks, and I have to agree with that statement too. Next is the Snow Kingdom, which was okay. It was kind of hard to see where you were going, but I did enjoy it. I really like the snow racing part to that one. It's a really Christmassy feeling kingdom, and it was a really, really good one. Seaside Kingdom was up next, and it was a very, very beautiful kingdom. I really like the lighting effects in this kingdom, and it was very, very good how Nintendo was able to do that. This game and just this kingdom in general do look really, really beautiful. I really like this kingdom because of its boss fight segment to it, and it was very, very cool to have that mixture of going underwater but also having a little bit of ground area to go on. Very, very nice kingdom, very, very beautiful kingdom, and again that boss fight was really, really good with the octopus squid thing. Yeah, I really did enjoy this kingdom. It was a pretty good one. This is where you can get Mario without a shirt, and a lot of people like that, and it's a pretty good kingdom. Up next is the truly unforgettable Luncheon Kingdom, and the Luncheon Kingdom is the 11th kingdom that you see within the game. It is very, very good. I really do like this one. It is bursting with colour and lots of different foods everywhere. It's a very, very nice, beautiful kingdom. In this one, you can sort of turn into a little fireball and go around in the lava segments, which is very, very cool, very, very interesting. Also, you have this boss fight with a massive bird, and you have to try and defeat them on the top of their head, climbing up different balls of spit, I believe, and it was kind of disgusting, but it is a pretty good kingdom. I do like that one. It is very, very big, and it is truly unforgettable. It's a truly unforgettable luncheon. Now, this next kingdom is the Ruined Kingdom. And this kingdom seems something that you would never expect from a Super Mario game. How this managed to get past the censors and still manage to be a 7 rated game, I don't know. But it's a very, very weird kingdom. Not very big. There's only a few power moons there, and there's only a boss fight. But a very, very weird kingdom for Mario to be a part of. I do like it though. I like how original it is, and I kind of wish they do more of this as Mario. I think it's funny to see, you know, Mario dressed up in all colourful clothing and being really happily, and he's going to the Ruined Kingdom, which looks the way it does. I don't know. I just really like this kingdom, and it's something that you wouldn't expect in a Mario game, and I really, really like it. Up next is the Bowser Kingdom, which kind of leads you into the final boss fight with Bowser. It's a very, very fun kingdom. You can see all the different buildings, and it has a very, very unique art style. It kind of just serves as a way to beat Bowser, but again, I really, really did like this kingdom. Then, after beating Bowser, you then unlock the Moon Kingdom, where you go and finally take down Bowser, and it seems as a fun way to sort of move about. There's no gravity in that kingdom, which is kind of weird, but it is the moon, so it kind of makes sense. And yeah, it's a really good kingdom. After that, we then have the Mushroom Kingdom, which is pretty much a HD remake of the Nintendo 64 classic. I really, really love this kingdom. I really want an N64 Mario remake. I don't know why, I just really want it. And seeing that they made this, it just seems perfect. There's also then Dark Side, which is then another side of the moon, and then there's Darker Side, which is the final hardest level within the game itself. It is a very, very hard level. The game also has a very, very vast variety of different costumes you can get for Mario within the game, which can add as a sort of an extra post-game for what you want to do. I mean, you can go around the different moons collecting more kingdoms and unlock the hard levels, that being the Darker Side, that is kind of a post-game, but if you want to have even more of a post-game, you can then go around collecting coins, collecting kingdom-specific coins or regular coins to buy these costumes. And they are very, very fun, very, very unique. I believe there's a Dr. Mario one, there's a Wario one, a Waluigi one, a Super Mario Maker one, which I really, really liked. And yeah, you know, it's really nice to see that Mario's coins are now actually being spent on something, not just for an extra life, which is really nice. Speaking of extra lives, you don't really lose them in this game. All you do is every time you die, you lose 10 coins. And after you lose 10 coins, that's it, the game just restarts, you go back to the last checkpoint, and yeah, you know, that's it, that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, it's not really much of a penalty for dying, which some people could see as a criticism, but I don't really see it as that, and I think it's fine how it is. So you're seeing some handheld footage here, and sort of a technical side to this is, yes, it is running at 720p, at around 60 frames a second. I don't notice any frame drops, and I believe it is running at 60. I noticed no pop-in either, so there's no pop-in between buildings or any large, that I can really tell, any large locations within each map. The kingdoms load in very, very quick, as you've seen earlier in this footage from the handheld. It's seconds loading time. I don't even think we're hitting like 10 seconds at least. You know, it's not even that. It's less than 10 seconds. So yeah, the game runs very, very well on Switch. And again, it's that old Nintendo thing of Nintendo know exactly how to make games to their consoles, and how they got Mario Odyssey to run as well as it does, it kind of surprises me. I believe it uses a boost mode within the Switch that means the CPU is kind of overclocked when it is trying to load things. But yeah, you know, it does a great job of running it. I'm really, really happy with it. I think it pushes 1080 when it's in docked. But either way, it's only lowered to 720, I believe, because of the resolution of the Switch screen itself. But yeah, you know, I'm pleased at how it runs technically on the Switch. It runs really well. I do notice a little bit of motion blur used if you kind of quickly flip the camera around. Again, I guess that's just kind of to smooth out some of the textures or assets within the game. But yeah, you know, it looks beautiful, handheld or docked. And handheld, yes, it's obviously going to take that decrease because every Switch game does. It's just naturally how it is. The Switch isn't going to have that much power, or as much power as it would be in the dock. So it's going to take a little bit of a decrease, but that's normal. That's everything on Switch. Oh yeah, and finally, you can use Nintendo Labo VR to play mini games within Super Mario Odyssey. I'm only just realising this while editing it, and I wanted to add it in. I haven't played this, maybe it's good, I don't know. I don't think it's the full game, I don't think you can play the full game, but I think it's like little mini games, and it does seem kind of fun, but yeah, I don't have Labo VR, I'm not interested in it, but it seems kind of cool, I guess. Quick side note on VR, has anybody actually seen it in person? Nintendo Labo VR. Maybe this is a UK thing, I don't know. But every shop I've ever been to, and every place that sells Labo, or every sort of display of Labo, or wherever the case may be, I have never seen the VR kit advertised, or in person, or in a shop, anywhere within the UK. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I've seen and got the other sets, like the 1, 2, and 3 with the robot and the variety kit, and played with them, and done whatever when they were on sale, because they were like dirt cheap because shops are getting rid of them. Maybe that's the reason why actually, but never seen Labo VR. I mean, in the UK they were getting rid of every set for less than £10, I think at one point, or just above £10. So I was able to grab those sets then. But yeah, I've never seen the VR. I mean, I imagine it would have came out over here because pre-orders and stuff, but I've never seen it in a shop to purchase it. So I don't know. Let me know if you've seen Labo VR, because I've never seen one. And is it good? I mean, not that I can get one, because I don't know where to get one from, but is it good? Is Mario good? Is Zelda good? I don't know. Just quick side note on VR. And again, really with visuals and gameplay and controls, there's no real complaints here. Even if this game was on PC, I don't think it would look that much different. Graphics are great. I have no complaints there. And I just think, in general, I really, really like this game. It is one of my favourite Mario games. I think a little bit short, because you can beat it in about 5 hours if you rush through it. So yeah, it's a little bit short, but maybe I'm just a little bit too good at it. I don't know. I mean, I just find it a bit short. I'm being honest with you. It's a little bit short. But I do like it. You know, it's good, and it's one of my favourite Mario games. I was really, really hyped for it, and I do really enjoy it. But the thing is it worth getting a Switch for? And I fully believe that this game is worth getting a Switch for 100%, because it's one of those games that Nintendo have their big staples that come out every single generation, that being a Mario or a Zelda. This is up there with Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine or Mario 64, and some might say it's better. But yeah, if you're at all interested in this game, it's definitely worth getting a Nintendo Switch for. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, why haven't you got this game yet? It's probably one of the greatest games for the Nintendo Switch. You don't even have to really be a Mario fan. I think it can be enjoyed by pretty much everyone. I really personally love Mario Odyssey. It's a reason to buy a Switch in my opinion, and it is so good. Yeah, I'd really like it. It's one of my favourite games on the Nintendo Switch. It's definitely one of my favourite Marios, you know. If you've played other Mario games like Sunshine or 64 and a little bit concerned about the controls, you know, don't be. Mario Odyssey controls beautifully and it is perfectly fine. However, in terms of, you know, a Mario Odyssey 2 or DLC, we got some free costumes, which was kind of cool. Every couple of months we got a few new costumes. But apart from that, we didn't really get much. And people are wondering about Mario Odyssey 2. With Breath of the Wild 2 being announced, people are saying and speculating that Mario Odyssey 2 will be coming sometime soon. We don't know. It's been weird that this game never got any DLC with extra kingdoms as people were expecting. But yeah, that never happened, and Mario Odyssey was just one complete package. And it was very strange to a lot of people why we didn't get that. So, you know, maybe we're going to have a Mario Odyssey sequel down the road. I would certainly enjoy it. I'd probably prefer a brand new Mario game just because I like more original and fresh ideas. But yeah, you know, I'd be up for a new another Mario Odyssey game. You know, some more kingdoms or even just DLC. They could do DLC at any point this generation really, because this game has sold very well and people have this game. You know, a lot of copies are sold. They could do DLC at any point. But yeah, the game has kind of faded off because there hasn't been DLC. People haven't really been talking about it, but it is a great game nonetheless. So yeah, if you are all interested, I recommend checking it out still. Regardless of DLC, it's just me loving it so much that I'm wanting more content. But yeah, you know, still great for what it is, and we don't really know what the future of this game is. We don't know how Nintendo's going to keep referencing it. We don't know if Cappy is a mainstay for the series. We don't know what's going on. All we know is that Mario Odyssey within itself is a great game, and you should definitely get it if you have a Nintendo Switch.
Here we go, off the rails, but you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. 20 flags or a pass, say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon. Oh, this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel a jet of tear gas. I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for the song. Let's do the Odyssey. Odyssey, yes, see. 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 Odyssey, Odyssey.
The world of flesh will play. Cherish life and never waste. Everyone loves a sunshiny day. We're gonna keep it that way.
Cause clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
Let's all lend a helping hand. Mario can't do it alone. He'll spray his water to fly around and clean the sludge that's on the ground.
Cause clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.